It's difficult not to notice her handicap, but I'll tell you, after several years working with her, it's not even an issue. She does things better, quicker than most people. It's not even noticeable at all. She's been a tremendous asset to the organization and to the laboratory. She's currently managing the competitiveness improvement project, and she's doing an excellent job. She's a real stickler for details, and it's an excellent trait that she possesses.
I have a few questions about the procurement workflow before we go ahead and try to get the final approvals on it, and I wanted to get your opinion.
Yeah, I have some questions also. Let's talk to Joyce about it.
It sounds like a good idea.
My name is Stacia Ann Skoka. I work here at Brookhaven National Laboratory. I've been here since 2002, and I work in the Quality Management Office. My current role is managing a project for efficiency and effectiveness of our work processes. It's called the Competitiveness Improvement Project, and we're looking to use different tools and techniques to streamline our business processes. I was born with bilateral phocomelia of the upper extremities. That is the official name of my disability. And I've learned to overcome any difficulties I may have throughout my life. I can use my hands to do most all daily activities that I need, but as a child I also learned to use my feet to accommodate for anything that I may not be able to do with my hands. And I'll show you shortly how I use my feet to do some of the daily activities like driving. I don't have many accommodations for my job here, but there are several things that I do use. One of them is I have a wooden block that I have underneath my mouse. That's so it raises my mouse up so I don't have to bend down or crouch down when I'm using it. I also have a foam piece underneath my keyboard which raises it and angles it slightly so that it's easier for me to type. One of the other things I use is I have a lever doorknob on my door instead of the round ones, which makes it easier for me to open and close it. And one of the last things that I use is I have a mini laptop. It's like a netbook, and it's very light. It's only 2 to 3 pounds. It has a handle attached to it so I can carry it a lot easier, and this is what I use if I have to make presentations at meetings or if I want to take notes at meetings. And it's very convenient for me. And really the last thing that I have in terms of accommodations is both of our doors here in this building have handicap accessible door openers that I can just hit and the door automatically opens. And those are pretty much all of the accommodations that I have here to do my work. When I'm here, there's really nothing that is a barrier to me to do my work, and any accommodation that I've ever needed I've received, and so I really don't feel like I have a disability when I'm here at my job because I have everything that I need to do my work just like everybody else. I think one of the things that people wonder about when they first meet me or when they first work with me is how am I going to be able to do these daily work activities. And I think quickly they realize that just because I have a physical disability, it does not mean that I will not be able to do what I need to do to get my job done and do what I need to do in my daily living. So I think people at first may be a little apprehensive or curious, and I think that quickly goes away once they spend a little bit of time with me. I'm involved in the American with Disabilities Act Committee, the ADA committee here at Brookhaven, and I particularly enjoy my involvement on this committee because we want to make sure that other people with disabilities have the accommodations they need and the access to our facilities. And that's something I've really enjoyed here during my time at Brookhaven. One of the other things that I'm involved with outside of Brookhaven is a committee called I Can, and this committee is for children with different disabilities, including amputations. And I've gone to several of their meetings across the country to speak with children about my disability, particularly those children with a similar disability, to show them how I do things, including everyday living activities, driving, and things like that, to show them that they can overcome any limitations that they may have and live an independent life. I think it's great to share my experiences with children and adults of children with disabilities and without disabilities, because I think people often wonder how I do things or wonder what life is like having a disability. And so they're curious, and I think it's best to really let people understand that people with disabilities are just like everybody else, and we can live independent lives. And so that curiosity is great and it's natural, and I just want to help people to understand and be more knowledgeable. Flow as your introduction. Having met me, I hope people walk away with the impression that I'm just like everybody else and I'm really no different. I have my own personality and my own way of doing things just like everybody else does, and I have made adaptations so that I can be independent. And really I want people to look past my disability and not even see it after meeting me. So we'll go outside now and I'll show you how I drive. So the way I drive is I drive with my feet. I am left-footed, so I use my left foot on the steering wheel, and I use my right foot on the gas and brake. So the first thing is I use my hand to grab the seatbelt, and I click it in with my left foot. I'll turn the car on with my feet, and then I will steer with my left foot and do the gas and the brake with my right foot.
She's a tremendous asset to not only the quality organization but to the laboratory. I wish I had, I had a whole staff of statioscopists.